I'm delighted to welcome you all here to this final event in what has been, what looks like, a very varied and really interesting programme of events this week. I think the symposium today, the programme looks really interesting. I'm really sorry that I'm not able to stay and listen to all the talks because I think it would be fascinating to sit and hear more about your experiences. One of the things that I enjoy most in my job as Pro Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation is really getting to hear about other people's research journeys and what fires them, what keeps them motivated and what they're really passionate about. And so I expect you're going to hear all kinds of stories of that type today. I'm delighted to see that Dr. Rachel Lawrence is the second keynote speaker on the programme today as well, who recently was one of our ARC KSS PhD students, graduated earlier this year. So we welcome Rachel back to talk about her research journey. And I think one of the things that I'm particularly interested in about this event, but also about your discussions more broadly through the ARC KSS, is about that capacity building around impact and innovation. So one of the key things that I oversee in this role of PVC R&I is that impact and innovation journey. And thinking about how we can do it differently, there's been a lot of discussion across the HE sector and across other sectors that often link into higher education about how we can work together better to make sure that research is translated into real world outcomes. And I think this activity, this type of activity that we have here and this kind of opportunity is a way of really embedding that research in the forefront and cutting edge of research into our daily practice in the health and social care systems. And I think it's that systems approach that's absolutely critical here. It has to sit at the heart of what we do. Now, I'm not a health researcher. I come from a background where I'm a biologist, but I principally work more in the animal health and the agriculture side of things. But the ethos is very similar. If we want to make a change, we have to work with the practitioners from the very outset to make sure that our research is designed to meet their needs. Their involvement and their leadership in what we're doing from the very beginning is absolutely critical to ensuring that what we produce as academics is going to absolutely tick all the boxes and make sure that we make a difference. This is our opportunity here as well. So I think one of the key things for me coming out of this partnership is thinking about how we can really embed those systems at the heart of what we do and how we think about our academic challenges. So thinking about it from a Surrey context, we've recently launched our Surrey Academic Health and Care Partnership, which is an innovation-focused health and care partnership with the university and a whole range of different companies that can come work with the Royal Surrey, with other hospitals in the area, with the university and a whole wide range of other partners to really think about how we can embed those technological advances into practice. I think it's all very well and good us sitting here as academics thinking, oh, well, I think this is a good idea, I think it will work, and I've tested out this problem in a theoretical context. I'm partial to data and modelling myself, so I'm very aware that you can get lost in a model, but when it actually comes to translation into the real world, it doesn't actually work. And so coming back to that key point at the beginning, we need those practitioners to really ground us and make sure that what we're doing, what we're developing is really going to make a change. So with that gauntlet laid down, and I'm going to end this welcome here, but thank you so much for all coming here today and for your ideas and sharing your own personal journeys. I hope you get a chance to talk to as many people as possible and share your views and share your experiences and make the most of the day. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa, for your introduction. I'm actually going to read out my welcome because I don't want to forget some of the things I wanted to say, so forgive me if I'm sort of glancing down. But first of all, good morning and a very warm welcome. It's my name's Sally Kendall, as you see. I'm based at the University of Kent, where I'm Professor of Community Nursing and Public Health, but I'm also the co-lead for research capacity with Julie McInnes for the ARC, and it has been an absolute pleasure to have this role since the ARC began. And it's really just wonderful to see people in the room together today from across so many of our themes and from different parts of our collaboration. So we're here to celebrate the ARC KSS and for the research capacity that we've built together across the region, and to enjoy the opportunity to share your research. And I think it is an enjoyable experience having these kind of days. Your experiences, your journeys, and have this in-person opportunity as well is really important for networking and for building our relationships and friendships with each other. So I'd just like to spend a moment just reflecting back on what we hoped ARC KSS could achieve in 5 years and with our contract and what it might mean for the future of the ARC. So when we submitted the application for the current ARC KSS to NIHR, one of the phrases that we used in the application for developing research capacity was that we wanted to do better things better. Now that's a phrase that I openly acknowledge comes from the Darzi world, but it's important to us in KSS. In other words, it wasn't just about doing more research, much as we needed to do more, but it was also about doing it better, making more meaning from it, and making a real and critical difference to our communities in Kent, Surrey and Sussex. And we set out ways in which we could achieve this through learning and development, engagement and involvement with the public, funding of early career researchers across the NHS, social care and public health, that included our Springboard Awards, our Future Leader Awards, our PhDs, postdocs, embedded researchers, practitioners, policymakers, and the public, bringing that all together through workshops, drop-in sessions, away days, and symposia like today. And we've ensured that social care and public health, local authorities, and voluntary sector organisations are part of the capacity building endeavour. We identified the importance of mentorship for research and the role of people coming together as communities of practice to share common interests, knowledge and experience. All of these activities across our themes have been central to building research capacity across ARC KSS, but actually the successes, the doing things better, are all down to you. You have engaged with the ARC, made the most of the opportunities to do what it says on the tin, collaborate in applied health and care research. We've had great feedback from NIHR, but it's clear to me from the interactions with people, your posters, reports and communications with the ARC that you are committed to doing better things better. So what does it all mean for the future? Improving health and social care for our communities has to be at the heart of what we do. We know there are inequities in health and well-being. We must ensure we address these. Applied research is about making a difference, drawing on our collective knowledge and understanding between the public, practitioners, policymakers and researchers to influence and impact on how we treat people, communicate, deliver care and improve services so that everyone, regardless of difference, can enjoy a better quality of life and health improvement. We also need to evidence what we do, work together across our systems to show that collaboration is greater than the sum of its parts and small units working alone. And very importantly, that our engagement and communication with the public is meaningful, making us reflect and align our research with the needs of people. So today's symposium is a culmination of a research week in which so much of the above has been demonstrated, shared and discussed. I'm so looking forward to your presentations and posters today, the chance to get together and chat over coffee, lunch, and to just network and to share our ideas. Thank you for being here and supporting ARC KSS and for doing better things better. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Peter Aitken. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Sussex Partnership NHS Foundation Trust, and we are the proud host organisation for the ARC KSS on behalf of our system. And it's my pleasure to be with you today, and I can only apologise that it's virtually because the research week has fallen bang in the middle of my summer holidays. So I'm afraid I can't be with you to talk to you over tea and in the breaks, but I thought I could share with you some of the stories of the ARC of the last period, and maybe set something out about the scene going forward. Applied research and care, absolutely critical to the foundation on which we deliver high quality health and social care. And we can be very proud that our ARC in its first 5 years has been strongly rated, very strongly rated in fact, by the National Institute for Health Research for England, and that sets us extremely well in the current bidding round, because we would like the ARC to continue for a further period of at least 5 years and beyond. And the strength of our success has been built largely on the relationships that we have formed as a research and clinical community, and it will continue to prosper if we continue to build those relationships in events like this and just celebrate the opportunity to meet people from all kinds of backgrounds who are just interested in finding strong evidence for things that work for real people in real situations and help shape our services to provide them. It sounds incredibly simple, but actually it is quite difficult work. And those of you who are at the conference and those of you who are working in R&D know that it can be many years before an idea tested in research becomes accepted as the new normal and implemented in practice. So as we go forward, I am very, very keen that both the Trust and our partners in the system support the capacity building that we need to bring our part of the United Kingdom up to the highest level of research productivity and impact that we can. I think we have some very talented academics and some very well-respected academic institutions in our area, and we also have some brilliant healthcare providers delivering some of the highest quality care in the world. So on that note, let me talk about the capacity building, if I may, for a minute. So the ARC doesn't exist in isolation. It exists in an economy of other things that have been put in place to foster these collaborative relationships and to give us the capacity that we need to do new and different things, because we're then able to bring different skills, aptitudes and techniques together around wicked problems. So we have the Health Research Partnership, which began as an idea between Sussex, Sussex Partnership Trust, the Brighton and Sussex Medical School, the universities, and it has grown now to be an NHS Sussex system level enterprise with all the partners beginning to connect and get interested in the work of each other in the R&D space. So our integrated care system, our integrated care boards, our primary care and voluntary sector colleagues, people working in social care, people working across bioscience, all beginning to find new conversations, new ideas, new things to work on, and new talent to work on it with. Which brings me on to the next part, that you will notice that I am of a certain age demographic. Many of my colleagues who have been at the forefront of best research for best health since 2006, when it became a thing, we're now coming to the final few years of our full-time careers. And so we're really interested in the next generation. Not only the next generation that might take on some of the thematic lead within our ARC and within the Health Research Partnership and within other provider enterprises, but we're really interested in all of you. How are we going to help you develop the kind of research and innovation careers that we've had and better, and how we're going to make sure that you have the opportunity to have sustaining and fulfilling careers, whereby your curiosity and your passion for finding the science for the future and bringing it to the benefit of the bedside or the clinic or the community that you're choosing to see its service into, how can we help you do that in a way that allows you the opportunity for the PhD, the MSc, the diploma, or even just the experience of becoming a fantastic clinical trialist? So as you stop listening to me now and carry on with your day, please accept one piece of advice from me if it's of value. Make friends, find colleagues, find people with common interest by all means, but see if you can find a way to go and gather with people who have different interests, different knowledge about different research techniques, different aptitudes, even from different departments in the universities and the colleges and the industries and other sectors that make up our community. And celebrate those relationships, anchor them, note them, make sure you understand where the opportunity might be. For at some point in the time ahead, an idea will occur to you, and it will be an idea that doesn't have great fit with your particular discipline or your particular area of research. But it's an idea that you could take forward if you can remember those relationships that you might reach out to, the mathematician, the modeler, the statistician, the person from chemistry that you'd never think to involve in the particular piece of social research that you're doing at the moment. Think broadly, make those connections, build the ideas, and please thoroughly enjoy being part of the success of the infrastructure and capacity that's building, particularly in Sussex, over this next 5 years. And hopefully, when I have the benefit of retirement life and I'm not quite as busy and forced to take holidays in September, I'll look forward to coming to one of your conferences in the next 5-year period and see the fruits of all of these labours being realised. And I wish the ARC KSS huge success for the years to come. Thank you very much.